to the alley.
And welcome to you fans to the alley. This is a huge game. Game of the year in arena football so far. 4-0 versus 4-0. The Orlando Predators are the other 4-0 team in arena football. On the other side, you got 3 unbeatens left. 2 of them going at it right now. The Nashville Cats and the Grand Rapids Rampage. We are both in the same division in the Central on the American side. So we're going to see these teams play at it again. This is also an Arena Bowl rematch. These two battled in Arena Bowl 15, where Clint Dazell and the Grand Rapids Rampage would get the win over the Nashville Cats. You can see all the hype right now. Orlando watching this one as well to see if they're going to be one of the only undefeated teams remaining or what'll happen in this one. Grand Rapids, Nashville. Let's get this one underway. The last 3 weeks have been very, very successful for the Grand Rapids Rampage, completely dominating after a week 1 going to overtime with the Columbus Destroyers. The last 3 weeks has just been this team knocking everyone out, and there you see it in the Central. 4-0, going at it. Game of the year in this young arena football season. So Grosh will run it back, and he's going to start Grand Rapids off in a good spot. So quarterback Shane Stafford for the Grand Rapids Rampage Nashville Cats, led by John Fitzgerald, a longtime staple of arena football, playing on several different indoor teams. He was a head coach for a year as well. Stafford kicking things off, going deep to Marshall. Willis Marshall, who came up with a little bit of an injury last week against the San Jose SaberCats, but kind of shaking it off. Looking good here. Looking okay in the early going of this one. Well, you can feel it. Big game atmosphere in Nashville. They pitch it to Fleming, and he gets dropped by William Black. And Fleming had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. He was the Blue Chew player of the game last week against the San Jose SaberCats. Opening drive of the game. Stafford. Damian Grosh. Nope, incomplete. That was a big issue last week against San Jose, as good as the Rampage played. Shane Stafford did miss a number of wide open throws, and we'll see if he kind of got that out of his system or if it's going to be more of the same here this week. Stafford, incomplete. And you're seeing, as we kind of said with arena football, 4th and goal. What do you guys think? Take the points? I say take the points. You get the different back of the end zones, almost like in baseball. Like every dimension's going to be different. Here in Nashville, you got wide open end zones. So that's something that we got to contend with, and I think that's going to be one of the first times this year we've kind of had to deal with that, because we've played the last couple of games all at home. So they've been able to, the players, when they're catching passes, because the Nashville or the Grand Rapids end zones are all boxed in, they've been able to kind of lean up against that to maybe make some of those catches. We were on the road against Columbus earlier, and they had kind of a similar open-ended atmosphere there. So going to be a little different, where you really don't have that wall to lean up against in the back of the end zone. And again, you know, I'm usually pretty critical of some of the things that EA will do. You take the good with the bad, and they got the 1-minute timing rules all screwed up in this game. But I will give them credit, because the words EA and lazy are all often thrown around in the same sentence quite a bit. And they could have very easily made every team just have the same boxed in look. But they actually designed now I will say this, all the arenas look exactly the same. Like, the scoreboards are different, but the arenas all look exactly the same. They could have easily just made every field a boxed in field, but they actually got the end zone dimensions correct based on the team, which is very cool, because that is something that was unique to arena football, and I do applaud EA for getting that right. Touchdown, Chris Jackson. If you guys remember that name, he was on our Georgia Force squad. 2 seasons of that up on Patreon. Patreon.com/TBSports27. Become a member of the TB Sports Patreon Clubhouse. Extra point is good. So it gets booted through, and Nashville comes in and takes the lead. See if Grosh can get another good return here. We'll get it up to the 15. Anything past the 5 is going to be good in arena football. So Nashville opening drive, they hold Grand Rapids to just a field goal. And they were able to answer to right down and put a touchdown on the board. Shane Stafford. Ooh, just kind of threw that one away, and actually Justin Turley was there. Looking like he almost scooped that one up before it hit the turf. Both teams, as we said, been promoted, coming in at 4-0, undefeated. And Stafford tripped up and sacked by William Black. So this Nashville Cat defense. Making it tough right now for the Grand Rapids Rampage. We haven't seen this in a number of weeks. Grosh got a beat. And it's incomplete. Carnell Lewis. And on 4th and long. 4th and 16, the Rampage got to just kick this one away. Brian Schmidt, your kicker. Didn't even have the distance. Chris Jackson on the return.
Hey, come here, listen up. Okay, we just got the ball. I mean, literally hand it to us. We got to make something happen. You know what I do?
Conversation happening right now, but okay, this has been a little while. It's been a little while since we've had some competition. It's still early, but John Fitzgerald, your quarterback of the Nashville Cats. Fitzgerald dropping back, going deep. And it's incomplete. Was looking for Chris Jackson again. Jackson unable to hang on to it.
Second and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Fitzgerald does get it out to Jackson. Okay, so early on in this game, we know that it's going to be Chris Jackson maybe getting every single pass in this game. So we might want to keep an eye on him. Intercepted by Fleming. Fitzgerald with the tackle. Fleming, your player of the game last week. How about that? Just when you think it might be starting to
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
fall apart. How about that interception by Corey Fleming? Marshall rounds the corner. Did not quite have enough to slide right through Billy Parker. Oh, Billy Parker getting into Willis Marshall's face. Oh, this is rivalry, guys. This is 4-0 versus 4-0. They're going to be chippy out there in arena football. Stafford, touchdown to Willis Marshall.
Touchdown, Rampage.
Grand Rapids, back on top. Point after, good. 10-7. Rampage leading the Cats.
Grand Rapids is lined up for the kickoff. Moore back to return.
D. Moore. Got denied. All right, come on. Come on.
Ball on the 5-yard line.
Should be the final play of quarter number 1. John Fitzgerald. And that one is well contested, incomplete, I think. You squint your eyes and look through the Xbox pixelation. I think that was Chris Jackson again. 10-7. While you guys are here, this is TB Sports 27. We stream everything live on Twitch. So don't forget to give us a follow over on twitch.tv/TBSports27. Up everything cut up and uploaded on to YouTube. We also tweet out when we're going live. You can support us on Patreon, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi. Shout out to our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for helping out and assisting the channel in all our endeavors here. And as a little treat, as we've been talking about here, you guys got a 1-hour bonus video. The opening game, the Thursday night game, and you guys are going to get every Thursday night game 16 exclusive RXFL games, which is our Legends Relocation Football League. RXFL. Relocation, the X being like a cross. Relocation Football Legends. Relocation Madden meeting Football Legends. They converge. It's Season 2. Lamar Jackson and the Toronto Huskies kicking off Season 2 of the RXFL against Dandy Don Meredith, Walter Payton, Deion Sanders. You want to see Coach Prime? Do you want to see Coach Prime versus Lamar Jackson? Deion Sanders versus Lamar? Who do you think wins that battle? That is up right now on our Patreon page. Toronto Huskies, Dublin Tigers. Season 2 of the RXFL is kicked off, and we are going to wrap up week 1 of the RXFL, as we are going to be streaming at some point in time the week 1 game, probably in a couple of weeks here, but the Chicago Wolverines and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. So don't miss any of the RXFL action. Sign up, patreon.com/TVSports27. Become a Patreon supporter, help support the channel, and get yourselves a little bonus content in the meantime. They will, on 4th down, give the ball to Charles Stackhouse, and he does not get the first down. Denied. Just like D was denied earlier, Stackhouse was smacked house. It did not get the first down. So Grand Rapids here. How about the defense in this arena football game? Well, as soon as I say that, Willis Marshall right into the end. Look at Marshall go. He's hyped up. Both defenses had been playing well up into this early going, but now Grand Rapids. One of these two teams is going to move to 5-0. We're going to have to check out what the Orlando Predators did. See if they're sitting at 5-0 or not. Just past the 1/4 mark of the season, 16-game season for arena football. The division winners. So this is a pretty important game for first place in the division. The division leaders clinch a home playoff game in the opening round. 2 division winners, 2 wild cards on each side make it into the arena football postseason. Boy, John Fitzgerald, that was a disaster. Him and Bobby Scipio just were all tangled up there.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line.
I just got someone that people really don't like me calling them the Commanders in 2K5. That's so crazy. I didn't know this was such a hot button issue. I think the Commander's name is kind of cool. I'm going to reply to him and just say Commanders. Should I give him a thumbs down on his comment? Hey, he's a viewer, I guess. Oh, that's so funny. That's really funny that people hate that. I didn't know there was such a love for
second.
I don't know, I guess.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
You can't even type. You can't even type Washington Redskins into Twitch because it blocks it, so. Either way, though, that video is still performing incredibly well on YouTube, so I am quite happy about that. Something's picking that up, like all our 2K videos. Fitzgerald to the corner, knocked away.
Incomplete pass. Lewis, the intended receiver, on the play.
It's getting recommended by something on YouTube. I'm telling you, it's how the algorithm works, guys. That's why we always hype it up. It is, I'm looking at the analytics right now on this video. The Terrell Owens has the Commanders offense finally moving. No good. How about that? So it was looking like that Nashville was going to keep this one competitive, but
But you need to take more responsibility, more initiative. The opportunity is now, all right? Go.
wow, I got 3 likes and 2 dislikes on that video. The dislikes must be from non-Commanders fans. And 99% of the people watching the video are not subscribers. Where are my subs at? Fleming breaks loose, continues to stay on his feet, and we have another Grand Rapids Rampage route going on right now. Oh, there you see, telling me it not get a little heated out there. Yeah, I'm looking at the analytics on that video, that 2K video. 98% of viewers watch the video from YouTube recommendation.
Grand Rapids is lined up for the
Only 8 people watched it from YouTube search. Only 1 person watched it through a subscription feed, meaning you subscribed, and then it popped up in your subscription box and you clicked on it. So that is why we always harp on it. I know people hate hearing it, always plugging it, but that's just the way YouTube works. And that's the way people are finding the videos. That's the only way to grow. I mean, there's the proof right there. 95% of people clicked on that video because... Oh, intercepted by Oldham. Nashville. I can't believe how well we've been playing the last 4 weeks. There's been no change. There's been no change in difficulty and sliders and anything. Well, I know you guys are tuning in to see arena football action back and forth. But Grand Rapids, what a dominant team we got on our hands. Touchdown.
touchdown, Grand Rapids.
Justin Skaggs. And in this battle of 4-0s, it's no contest right now. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, 95% of people are watching that video through a YouTube recommendation. And I have almost 600 subscribers on YouTube, and it said 1 person of those 600 clicked on the video in their sub box. So that's why we always say, if you watch the video, this one no different. If you want to help support the channel, click thumbs up, click subscribe. I mean, subscribe and obviously come back and watch if you'd like, but clicking subscribe does help, but clicking thumbs up, clicking like, YouTube picks that up and they'll push it out to other people. So that's how it works. That's how the YouTube world works. John Fitzgerald sacked from behind. Joe Jacobs. Man, oh man. I think the fans are sitting in stunned silence. I'm in stunned silence right now. Fitzgerald. Incomplete. Looking for Chris Jackson.
Jackson, the intended receiver, on the play. 3rd and 9. Ball on the 17-yard line.
Fitzgerald completes it.
The offense calls a timeout.
Carnell Lewis and timeout called. So Nashville has 1 timeout left, 50 seconds to go.
6-yard line.
Get down to the 6-yard line. The people that are commenting on the 2K video and saying they don't like that I'm calling them, that was almost picked off, that I'm calling them the Commanders, they're really going to hate when they watch the RXFL and they see me calling the Dallas Cowboys the Dallas Desperados or the San Francisco 49ers the San Francisco Demons. Like, I can call them the Doopy Loopies or the Shimmy Shammies if I want. Fitzgerald, oh my goodness, tried to run it and about got beheaded by Corey Fleming. Holy smokes. Concussion protocol, something tipped up. Oh my God, it's caught by Chris Jackson.
Touchdown, Cats!
So Nashville gets a score, Grand Rapids takes a timeout. Fitzgerald, I mean, he's still out there holding the kick. He's feeling a little loopy. He took a wicked shot. Curious if we were going to see an onside kick situation here. So we'll have to see how we play this one. Because you want to try to run those 30 seconds off the clock and get that score before the half, right? Ooh, and well, there was the misconnection that we talked about in the first game that we streamed here today, which was week 4. It's been happening a little bit to Grand Rapids. 31-14 though for the Rampage. Single coverage. Stafford debated. The catch was made, but there you see Willis Marshall out of the back of the end zone, and that's exactly what we talked about. Here in Nashville, the end zones aren't boxed in. That's a touchdown in Grand Rapids if we're playing in Michigan. Here in Tennessee, that's out of bounds. That's a big difference that you got to get used to when you're playing in enemy territory here. Marshall, catch is made for the first down. And a Grand Rapids Rampage timeout called with 22 seconds. So still 1 timeout here for the Rampage. And maybe strategically still trying to wind some of that clock down to not allow Nashville to get the ball back. Because you can easily score in arena football. One throw, that one is swatted down.
The pass ball's incomplete.
That Bobby Scipio, is that number 1? I have a Bobby Scipio jersey in the Chicago Rush. That one I do know where it is. I don't know where my Shane Stafford jersey is, but I do know where my Bobby Scipio is. I've told that story on previous streams. Going to my one and only professional postseason game. I've been to college bowl games before, but as far as professional playoff games, that was my one and only. Chicago Rush, LA Avengers. Never baseball, basketball, NFL. Pressure coming. It's caught by Fleming.
Fleming on the reception. 19-yard gain.
So they got to hurry up here. 10 seconds hanging on to that last timeout. Shane Stafford, the 4 touchdowns. Still got the 1 timeout. Maybe should have called it. I don't know. Touchdown. Damian Grosh. And we're going to go into the half. 38 points on the board for Grand Rapids. My God, guys. You guys don't want to miss the second half. Can we continue to pour on the score? We might be unstoppable here. After week 1, going to overtime, the last 4 weeks. Even with the Georgia Force, I didn't have this much success. 38-14, SK Money. Enjoy the Blue Chew halftime show. When we return, after halftime, it's going to be the second half. Combined 8-0 teams on the field. Who is going to win out, go to 5-0? You guys don't want to miss the second half. Nashville, Grand Rapids, Arena Bowl 15, a rematch.